Hello guys. In this video we'll talk of how to analyze mock test. Now this is one specific problem we have always found is that people appear for auto mock test and they do analyze it, but the way they analyze it quite wrong, right? So it will take me around 10-15 minutes. I'll explain. If see, I won't be taking specific only CAT or any snap exam or NMAT exam. No, any mock test you appear, how to analyze it, right? And everyone says this, yes, analysis is important of the mock test, but then how, right? So we'll talk on this now. Let's see. So um, what general public usually do, what students usually do is they appear for mock test. They appear for the mock test, right? Once they finish the mock test, let's say 3 hour ka test tha CAT ka, and after that the analysis is, this is what a lot of students do. They check which questions were correct, leave them. That's what usually people do. So I'm not saying this is what you are supposed to do, right? So they'll check which questions were correct, छोड़ देंगे, which questions were incorrect, देखेंगे कैसा सॉल्व किया था, क्या गलत था, क्या सही था, and then a lot of time they'll invest in solving those questions which they did not attempt. Solve questions which made unattempted. This is what I see people doing. Wrong. Right? Totally wrong. Trust me now, since these are entrance exams, aptitude tests, when time is of essence. In reality, how should you analyze these tests is this way. Number one, first thing, check questions which were correct. Check questions, the answers of which you were able to give correct answers, right? Answers from your side were correct. Check questions which were correct. When I say questions which were correct means answers were correct from your side, the questions whose answers were correct from your side. And then people will say, so what is there to check those questions whose answers were correct? उसमें check करने के लिए कुछ है ही नहीं. I am saying सबसे ज़्यादा उसी में है. So let's say, right? So let's say it's let's say examination was of 3 hours. CAT का paper था, right? You appeared for the examination, mock test. Obviously, I'm talking of mock test. You appeared for the mock test, and if it is 3 hour ka mock test, your analysis has to be anywhere between 5 hours to 6 hours. And preferably the analysis should happen exactly after the test happens. आधे घंटे का break लो, take 1 hour का break. Immediately, same day you should do an analysis. Same day, trust me, because it's fresh in your mind at that point of time. Because I'm not going to bother about whether the answer was correct, whether the answer was incorrect. No, it's the thinking at that point of time when you were appearing for the examination. What was the thinking you had, and then how did you solve it? That is what we are going to discuss here. So let's say it's so I hope you understand. The time you take for appearing for the mock test, let's say if it is 2 hours, the analysis has to be of 4 hours. If the time you take is 1 hour for the test, mock test, the analysis has to be of 2 hours. And what do you have to do during that analysis is what we are discussing. So let's say, check those questions which were correct. Now उसमें क्या check करना? Sir, answer correct आ गया. So this is how we have to do, right? How much time did you take? Right? How much time did you take to solve that question? Very, very important to be seen. Now see, so now all you are supposed to know whether if it's a bank exam, the number of questions and how much time you should take for each question. Right? For CAT, how much time you should take for each question. For that, again, you can watch different videos of ours. Here I am concerned about specific analysis. How much time did you take to solve that specific question which was correct? Now let's say you took 3 minutes. Now for cat, this is okay, right? Taking 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes is okay. So no issues at all. But if it is a bank PO ka exam, this time is not enough. If it is MBA CET ka exam, this time is more than enough. So this will depend from which mock test you are appearing. Right? Now, if you know that the time taken is more than the required time, that means there is something to be analyzed. So first check how much time did you take to solve that question. Very, very important. Was there a shortcut? Please, this is the most important part in this video. Was there a shortcut you could have used? Was there a shortcut you could have used to get the answer faster? This is where you will understand that. So trust me, now if it's a 3 minute question, you will take at least 8-10 minutes just to analyze it. And mind you, you got right answer for this. Right? So while analyzing, you don't have to see कि क्या मेरा correct answer था, अरे correct हो गया तो क्या करना है. No, you have to see was there another method to get the right answer in lesser time. Trust me, out of let's say 50 correct questions in the beginning phase, when you just start preparing for mock test, you will find there'll be at least 25 to 30 odd questions wherein you'll understand automatically कि if I had solved this question option wise, I would have got answer faster. If I had used this shortcut, I would have got the answer faster. That's what the analysis has to do. Now again, guys, please understand. When I say analysis, I'm not saying look at the solution given in the mock test. See whichever test series you use. So now since this is a generic video, I'm not mentioning that I'm not going to take any coaching classes ka name or even our own test series ka name. No, that's not required. Whichever test series you appear for, right? There will be an analysis ka page. Each question will have its own solution and explanation. You can go through that. I'm not asking you to do that, right? Because the solution will always be a normal solution. Normally shortcuts are not mentioned. That is something, if you have already studied, you have to analyze, was there a shortcut, right? The most important part which people miss out on. Now why we are doing this? Obviously, once, see, out of 50 questions, trust me, which you did correct. Remember, which you did correct. If you can find out 25 questions where you can analyze, yes, in these questions, I could have used another method and saved a little more time. Now, what will it give is in the next mock test, right? So obviously, once you understand, in the next mock test, you will apply those techniques. If not in the next mock test, third mock test, fourth mock test, you will apply those techniques, right? Because of these analysis, you will take less time to solve those specific type of questions, which means you will be left with more time. You will be left with extra time to solve those questions which you never solved, which you could not solve in the first mock test. I hope you are able to understand it. So it's basically trying to find time out from those easier questions, from those correct questions which you could have solved in some other manner, right? So this is, and trust me, at least 40% of your analysis time should go in these questions. And what people do is, ये तो correct हो गया था, छोड़ दो अभी, सही है, right? I say exactly the other way around, because from here, because it correct हो ही गया ना, is there a better method? Because this is from where you will extract that extra time. Hope you understand, right? So this is as far as correct questions are concerned. Now I will go to questions which, now again the methodology is seriously different, right? Now number 2, this is number 1. Now number 2, what do you have to do? Check those questions which are incorrect. Check questions whose answers were. Let's see what you have to do in this now. So answers तो हमको पता है, तो नहीं, what normal people do, they find the correct answer and leave it. हो गया सर, ये correct है, ये मैंने गलती किया, that's okay. No, we are changing it. Find out the mistake you did in this. Number A, what was the type of mistake you did? Now, see, again, these small things will help you get that extra edge over other people. Right? Now, what is the type of mistake? Let's see now. Was it a silly mistake? कि सब करेक्ट क्या था, सिर्फ आंसर मार्क करने में सर गलती कर दिया. It's okay. At least you'll understand. Okay, fine. It was a silly mistake. So at the back of your mind, it will click. Yes, these silly mistakes should not happen. Understanding of the question. So instead of this, I'll prefer writing like this. Understand the mistake you did for each question, right? Which could be number 1, silly mistake. Find out the silly mistake. Number 2, right? Understanding of the question was wrong. Did you make a mistake in understanding the question itself? Another mistake. Type of mistake. That is what we are discussing. Understanding the question, or while you were solving, you did some mistake. During solving, you did a mistake. Right? So, while solving, you committed a mistake. Let's say. While solving, there was a mistake. Now I'll tell you what here. Now, initial level, first mock, second mock, third mock, when you are analyzing, right? Please understand, these mistakes are acceptable. It's okay. You are going to commit this mistake. So that's why I'm saying you the analysis part is very critical how you do it, right? Now, initial 3, 4, 5 mocks, these mistakes are acceptable. It's okay. Right, you have not appeared for any mocks in the past, you are just starting, there are silly mistakes you'll make, since there's that pressure of doing that paper in that limited time period, right? You'll try and read the question as fast as possible, try and solve as fast as possible. You will realize later on that while reading the question you did some mistake in understanding it. It's perfectly fine. So these are the 2 types of mistake. Trust me, you have to do nothing. Your mind will automatically adopt to not doing these mistakes in future mocks. I hope you understand what I am saying. You don't have to worry about these mistakes. हो गया, कोई बात नहीं है. Right? Yes, this is a worrying point. This is a worrying point. See, again I am repeating, your mind will automatically adopt to these kind of mistakes not being happening in next mock. वो धीरे धीरे आप पढ़ के समझोगे तो next time ध्यान रखोगे automatically. Yes, this is what you need to analyze. While solving, what are the mistake you did, right? Go back to concepts again, right? You did, see, while solving there was a mistake, na? So concept वापस जाके देखो आपने क्या गलती किया था वो सुधार के लो, right? So gradually 5, 6, 7, 8 marks down the line, this should reduce. Now, if this is not reducing after 5 marks or 6 marks, then it's a worrying point, which means you are not improving, right? Usually, I don't see people doing these silly mistakes or understanding the question kind of mistakes, after 7, 8 marks, but make sure it happens. Fair enough? So this is to check the questions whose answers were wrong. Point number A, what was the type of mistake? Right? And number 2, in the same thing, in the questions which were wrong, number B, which you have to check is, was the mistake, was it because of pressure? Was it because of pressure? No, the next point is important. Or because of ambience, because of surroundings. I'll tell you what here. This is where a lot of people make mistakes. See, Now, when we go for a real examination, what happens is during that real examination, everything is perfect. You have to sit for 3 hours. You don't have any other option of doing anything else. While you are appearing for mocks, there can be a lot of distraction. There can be a lot of distraction, right? पॉज कर दिया, पानी पीने चले गए, सडनली पीछे से किसी ने बुला लिया तो पॉज कर दिया, right? Now these are distractions. People do a lot of mistakes because of this. That is why I've taken it separately. One is normal mistake, right? क्या type of mistake था? And second is it just the normal pressure? उसमें ये mistake हुआ या फिर surrounding की वजह से कुछ mistake हुआ? Because if there is a mistake happening because of this, get rid of this, which means make sure you take this mock test very seriously. Go and sit in a cyber cafe, close the door of your room, right? बोल दो सबको घर पे कि नहीं, आप मुझे कोई डिस्टर्ब नहीं करेगा, इन्हें एकदम सीरियसली 3 घंटे बैठ के दो, right? You have to create that scenario wherein you appear for this mock test seriously, as if it was a real test. So these mistakes should not happen. So find that out, right? And trust me, when you go through, and that is why I'm asking you guys to go to do this analysis exactly after the exam is over, so that you understand it. क्योंकि ध्यान रहता है ना कब कौन से क्वेश्चन में क्या हुआ था, right? 2 days down the line, if you go for analysis, trust me, you will forget what had happened. See, obviously you will come to know what was the right answer or the wrong answer, but you will forget the situation. And most of this what we are doing is situational analysis. उस समय हम क्या सोच रहे थे, उस वक्त हम क्या कर रहे थे जब क्वेश्चन हम सॉल्व कर रहे थे. I hope you are able to understand. These are 2 points. Now point number 3. Now after, see, a lot of people, see, this is what happens. A lot of people start with analyzing those questions which they never solved during the mock test. Come on guys, you never solved those questions. What is there to analyze? नहीं किया solve तो नहीं किया, उसमें analysis क्या करना है? So that is why this is the last part. Questions which were left. और उसमें भी आपको क्या analyze करना वो मैं बताता हूँ. Questions which were left. What do you have to analyze in these? Don't start solving all the questions. Won't make any sense whatsoever. Now people actually start solving the questions. अरे वो छोड़ो ना यार. Find out if there were easy questions there. Were there easy questions which you missed out on? Right? Try and read those questions, solve those questions obviously, and understand कि यार ये देखने में उस वक्त difficult लग रहा था लेकिन actual में easy था. Then your mind will automatically start understanding these kind of questions, right? So 6 marks, 7 marks down the line, yes, you will start solving them. And trust me, analysis of the first part is more important, because from there you will extract some extra time and give time here. So I hope you understand this. This is how you analyze any mock test whatsoever. Any, whether it is CAT, whether it is SNAP, whether it is MBA CET, whether it is bank PO, any mock test. And I always ask my students, please make sure, see, your first, second mock tests are going to go for a toss. होने वाला ही है, सब लफड़ा होगा उसमें. क्योंकि because you are not used to, right? So don't be afraid. It's okay. Right? समझो 100 marks का पेपर था and you get only 20 marks in the first mock test, and that too after all preparation. Don't be afraid, it's okay. Because you're not used to. Make sure you do this analysis which I just told you. If that analysis is perfect, I guarantee this 20 will automatically become 40. Within 3 mock tests, this will become 40. Right? Now, so reaching 40, 50, 60 is not very difficult. The point is, after that, what happens? Right? Once, so this kind of analysis is very helpful for people. Whatever I told you just now is very helpful for people who are, below 60 or 70 percentile. This is very, very helpful. I guarantee you do this. Just this analysis will help you. People who are at this level, they will definitely get to 40 by just the analysis. Just the analysis. Right? The problem comes once you reach 95 percentile, 98 percentile, then a lot of this analysis won't make much sense. It's specific those questions which were wrong and why they were wrong. That's it. So that is for people who are already above 95, 96 percentile. But people who are in the range of 30s to 70s or 80 percentiles, this is very critical. Fair enough. That's it. I hope it helps you. Thank you.